Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa McKelvey, and today we're back in the crafty room with a crafty talk. I said we had a crafty talk today because we're not going to just talk about crochet. I have a few other things to talk about. I missed all of last week, so I guess I need to do a little bit of a catch-up time with you. First, I will talk about what I did to myself. So I was pretty frustrated with my hair, and let me just back up and start with, so last week I had a little bit of I hesitate to bring it up because everything turned out fine, but I had a health scare, pretty serious health scare that unfortunately I did not handle well, and I handled it so bad that I just stopped doing. I just put a pause on life. I still had my granddaughter over and had her several days, but I did not crochet, I did not exercise, I did not do the things that I knew were good for me. I just sort of just like went in shock mode, panic. When am I going to find out the results? So everything came out fine. And so when I realized that all was okay and I got the good results, and I felt a little bit embarrassed how I'd handled it. Not a little bit, a whole lot, because it could have been bad. And then that's when you should, go ahead and be upset about it when you really have something to be upset about. So I was frustrated with myself, how I handled it and how I didn't just keep pushing forward and living my life to the fullest. Instead, I allowed myself to go down the worst path scenario and get pretty distraught about it. So after everything came out okay, I decided, okay, number one, I don't like the way I'm living my life, not really being proactive. And two, when stuff like that comes, that's when, my faith and that's when my maturity should kick in. And I should act out what I tell everyone else, to have faith and keep going. So anyway, I'm probably going to edit out most of this. So anyway, after this kind of health scare, I wanted to change. So I started exercising every single day, no excuses, hard exercise, pushing myself exercises. And I got back to my crochet, I got back to my writing, I got back to doing all the things that I really enjoy that make me me. And about 10 o'clock, 9:50 at night, I went into the bathroom and looked at my hair, and I was just tired of it. I have a very thick hair, which is, a blessing, but it gives me headaches when I put it up in a ponytail. It's a lot of maintenance, and I like quick and easy. I like to get up and go. I don't like to spend a lot of time primping and getting myself ready. I'm a 4 or 5 step makeup, let's go. That's just who I am. I like to look good, but I don't like to spend time on myself. So I just took my hair and cut it. I also am married to someone who really likes long hair on me, so I was like, what have I done? So I will say, I have already shot this video in a really cute top, and I was just like on point, and I thought it was, okay, I talked about everything I want to talk about. And I looked at it, and I had curled my hair, so this side looked way shorter than this side. And I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's going to think I've ruined my hair. So I will say, my hair is symmetrical. I will eventually go and let someone kind of even it up, but it is even as Teresa can get it. It's just because I have naturally curly hair, naturally wavy hair, and then I curl it, and then it goes whatever way. I like it. It's lighter. It's easier. Anyway, that's what I did to myself, and Hopefully you think it looks good. I like it. I'm getting used to it. I mean, it's the same. I just cut off all the heavy bulkness. So that's my update of where I was, why there hasn't been a video, and a hair update. That's a kind of me update. So there are two gentlemen that I watch, Arne and Carlos, and I think I've mentioned them before. Goodness, you know what? I might have even mentioned. That's not good when you can't even remember what you talked about before. But anyway, Arne and Carlos, and they have this book called The Idea Book. And don't look at my nails. I don't think I fixed them today. Anyway, they are knitters. They're designers. They are amazingly talented. They're so talented that, I mean, they have a YouTube channel. It's got over 100,000 people because they normally do like in-person events, and then COVID happened, and so they really focus more on their YouTube channel, and it's just blown up because they can just tell a story and it has you entranced. You're laughing, you're just, you want to know what happened next to the lady that got trapped in the garbage thing. You should watch them. They're highly entertaining. Anyway, I got that book from them, and I never was as a teenager a journal person. I just never took the time to even think about what I was thinking about. I just kind of flew through life. And as an adult, I have learned slowing down and journaling out what you actually think is such a wonderful process for me, because sometimes I even stop thinking what I was thinking, because once I write it out and see it, I go, I'm kind of done with that. I'm over it. Or I don't like that. That's stinking thinking. I could change that. Or I go, yes, this is concrete. I want to remember this. This is a principle I want to make sure I apply to my life. So I love journaling. So at the beginning of the year, I went on Amazon and I bought me 12 just, empty. They're just little empty booklets like this. And I bought 12 of them because I wanted one for each month. And then, of course, I had to crochet a cute little, tie for it to go around, to sit around. So each month, I grab one and I use it. And now I decorate it. I decorate inside. I'm not going to show you the inside because it's my personal craziness. But I decorate the inside. I decorate the outside. I put in pattern ideas. I'll watch a video and I'll write down all the instructions on how to make something. I put, it's my journal. It's everything. It's my thoughts for that whole month. And then the next month I'll do another one. And I do decorate them a little bit more. I've gotten a little bit better. Not better, but just more freer with decorating. And I'll even, like here's where I was trying to draw out how to put a collar on a poncho, because I wanted to make one with a collar. Anyway, I just want to say this is a really fun, creative outlet. It's a great way to get your young people, if you have grandchildren that come over, you get a booklet, say, hey, you decorate it however you want. It's your draw whatever you want feeling. It's your makeup stories. It's whatever you want to do. It's your way to be creative. And I just think personalizing something, sticking material in it, it's something that cards, things that like I got this extremely sweet card from my stepdaughter and her husband and her dog for Mother's Day, and it just says, I didn't get to choose you as my stepmom. In the middle says, but I'm really glad my dad did. Happy Mother's Day. And of course she wrote me a beautiful note. And I love that. And that's something that's going to most likely go in my book for this month. And I'll probably keep it, I'll do it in some way like this. So what I'll do is probably take a page. I know you don't need me to explain this, but I'll probably tape it or glue it down this way so that I'll always have, I don't know if I'm even showing you this right. I'll do it like this, and then where I always have the message so that I can read it, because it was so beautiful and I wanted to keep it. So anyway, that's just a little crafty talk. I've probably talked about these before. You can decorate them however you want. I mean, it just get a bunch of magazines, get a glue stick, and go at it. And I think that it's nice for me to look back now and look at my other journals and see what I was thinking, what I learned, you know, highlight. Oh, this was a good lesson. Oh yeah, how did I forget that? So that's my little crafty talk for today. Okay, so I do have a tip for you. I have been wanting to make washcloths, and I wanted to make them out of this, it's called Peaches and Cream. I'm looking for the one with the label still on it, but I left it in the other room. So it's this 100% cotton yarn, and I wanted to make some washcloths out of it. However, I also wanted to learn how to do the waffle stitch, and I loved the dish towels, the dishcloths that were in the waffle stitch out of this yarn. So I watched a YouTube video, I sat down, I started trying to make it myself, and I began to get frustrated. I began to get very frustrated because this yarn, I've never made anything with it before. And I'm not used to it. And so I'm trying to learn a new stitch on a new yarn, and it was not a good combination. I was getting very frustrated, and I thought I was getting frustrated at the stitch, but I thought, no, I've got this. You know, it's just double crochet, then 4 front posts, 4 back posts. I mean, that's easy. You just alternate. I mean, I've got this, but I'm having trouble doing it. And what I've come to realize was the yarn, I was not used to how it's different to work with. So because the yarn was difficult for me because it was new, I was getting frustrated with the whole process. So my tip is, when you're learning, and these are all just Teresa's tips, okay? This is just, I'm just sharing what worked with me. I may not be right, okay? So just take that in consideration. My tip is, if you're a newbie, you're going to learn a new stitch, do it on a yarn that you are familiar with, because you already know how that yarn works. You know how it feels. You know what, your favorite hook is. You already have that part, that rhythm down. So I would say, learn the new stitch on a yarn you're comfortable with. Get it down pretty comfortable. Get it down till you're very familiar with it. Then when you go, I'm just throwing yarn around. I'm just in a t-shirt today. I'm all kinds of comfortable, aren't I? When you go to practice and use your new learned stitch on a new yarn, it won't be as difficult as dealing with, 2 new things at once. That's my tip. That's my tip. Okay. Well, we got lots to talk about. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is the mystery cow update. I'm doing the mystery cow through. Oh, no. I wanted to do, I didn't even write it down on my list. Hang on. This is huge. I cannot believe it's sitting right here in front of me, but I didn't write down my list. Okay, so every month I order a yarn pack through Ophelia Talks Crochet's website, www.opheliatalkscrochet.com. And she sells yarn packs. And so every month, what I do is I go on and look, and usually you can see the colors, and you can see the inspiration behind it, and then you order it. And I love taking pictures of yarn. If you follow me on Instagram, Teresa McKelvey, I don't really know if that's just my handle. I think it is, but anyway, you'll see my picture. Anyway, I love photographing yarn, and I am not a professional photographer. I have a pretty good phone. My husband said it takes good pictures. Do it like this, take your picture. I love setting it up. I just get excited about making pictures of yarn, especially. So the minute I buy my yarn, I start planning. Okay, how can I best, because I already know what it looks like. So then I'm thinking, okay, how can I best photograph that? And I feel like I've done some pretty good photos, just highlighting the yarn itself. And so I got this month, the colors were like really bold, and I think they were, I'm sorry, I'm going to take something to drink. I believe they were inspired by like a field of beautiful, bright, bold flowers. And so I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I really want something that makes them stand out. So I knew that I also wanted the picture to tell the story. I wanted the picture to express something. And I think that's why I like videos, that's why I like movies, that's why I like books. I like to tell a story. I like telling other people's stories. I enjoy that artistic. I like making something and it tells a story. Anyway, I knew I wanted it in my mailbox because that would show it's happy mail. It's something I get excited about. And then I have a pretty big black mailbox, and I knew all those bold colors coming out of that mailbox would be awesome. But what happened, before I show it to you, I'll show you a picture of what I took, but what happened was it got here, I got so excited about taking pictures that I put it in this little container that I have for it, that I wanted to put it in, and then took it all over the yard, took it outside. It was the worst time of day because it was in the heat of the day, the sun's the brightest, but look at this, look at these colors. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? I mean, oh, they're so bright and beautiful. I cannot wait to be able to, I say I can't wait. I can't wait because I love having them sitting around just looking at them. But I trust that they're going to speak to me and tell me the project that I need to make with them. But I hope you can see them all. Oh, they are gorgeous. So, of course, I had to go out and take them pictures with the goats. I had to put them in the grass. I had to put them on the swing. I mean, I was just putting them everywhere and taking all kinds of pictures. Like, I'll leave it like that so you can see how pretty they are. I'm taking all kinds of pictures with them because I was just so excited. So my picture didn't turn out very well because I didn't have patience to wait. I did take the one in the mailbox. I'll show it here. But I don't know. I didn't have my lighting right. So, but I was excited about it. I still think it speaks. I think it portrays that I'm really excited to get my mail when it's a yarn pack. It's so much fun. So along with a yarn pack, I also bought something new that she has. Okay, instead of yoga pants, I have on workout shorts today. So we're just going to do a slide over. You know what? I'll just edit it out. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So Ophelia also is now selling these project bags, which, I mean, the material, it's like a great laundry bag, but what I like about it is it's so versatile. Not only does it have the strings, but it also has a handle. I mean, I love this project bag. I could put my yarn in it. I could keep it, safe from dust and from anything, dogs, goats who like to I have goats that like to try to chew my yarn. But I can have my project in the bag. And, I do a lot of crocheting in the truck because we jump in the truck to go to town. That's 45 minutes. That's 45 minutes of crocheting. And so there and back. So I like this now. I could just put the project that I'm working on in the bag and take it and go. And I just think these are great. And they were a great price. Go check them out. I'm telling you, you're going to be surprised. She's selling these at a great price. And they come right to your door. And you can get more Happy Mail. I'll put that with that yarn pack. So those were the yarn. That was the yarn pack this month. And that was the thing. Let's see. Let's talk about the mystery cow. Okay. I told you I had so much to talk about today. Sorry. Okay. First, this was, let's see if I can do it right. The middle section of all the squares was week 1. Week 2 was all the rows around it. Okay. The colors. I know I'm always telling you how beautiful they are, but they are. They're absolutely beautiful. I love it. Okay. Then week 3, we had to make 2 of these, which were the squares and the rows. I'm looking at my viewfinder. Sorry if I seem weird, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting it in the shot. So I'm very nervous to show my work, and I shouldn't be, because it's, but I just don't want people going, oh, she missed 5 or 6 rows there. No, I mean, nobody's like that. Anyway, this is the second one. So I got those done, and then I did get behind because I had a whole week where I didn't do anything. And so I had to work really hard to catch up, which I don't plan on allowing myself to get behind like that again. And then this week, there are 3D flowers, and there's these squares, and then there's rows all around each of the squares. So you make 5 of them. This is my number 4 and my number 5, not in that order, but that's, anyway. So you get to do all these little 3D squares, which I had never done before, and then just going to do rows of colors, and they're going to come out like these really big blocks. So that is this week's assignment. And I just want to share something while I'm talking about this mystery cow, because I've really learned a life lesson in this. And I posted about it in the Ophelia Talks Crochet Facebook group, that if I had seen this finished project, it was a mystery. Not a lot of people, but some people were like, oh, I don't know if I want to do a mystery. And I was there too, because I was like, well, I got to buy the yarn. What if I don't like the colors? I've got to make something. What if I don't even like it? What if it's not, something I even enjoy? Or what if it's way beyond my ability? And so, Anya, she kept saying on her lives, do you trust me? And I thought about that, and I went and looked at all of her projects, and I looked at the things that she's chosen, which is why I found her in the first place, because I love her taste. I love her projects. So I thought, okay, you know what? I do trust her. I'm gonna go for this. Had I seen all of this, and I've never even done any 3D flowers, had I seen all of this to begin with, I would not have had the courage to attempt this project, which I'm already in week 4 of a 6-week project. And I have accomplished all of this. I've learned join as you go. I've learned a new square. I've learned how to do these dainty rows. I've learned how to do an invisible join. I've learned how to do a 3D. I've learned so much. Also about pacing myself on a big project and relaxing and enjoying it. And I've just learned so much that I would not have had the ability to had I, talked myself out of it from the beginning and been like, oh, I can't do that. I wouldn't have had the confidence, and I would have missed gaining the confidence and the skills had I seen it to begin with and allowed it to, overwhelm me and make me think that I couldn't do it. And I think that my life lesson this week from that has been, and you could just fast forward through this part if you don't care about this stuff, which I totally understand and get, but I feel compelled to share in case you do. But my life lesson in this is, if I had known where my story was going to go and the things that I was going to go through, I probably would have checked out a long time ago. But because we only know each day what's in front of us and what we're due, we are able to face it, and we're able to learn and able to learn life skills. And I just think that I'm a very impatient person. I like to know where I'm going. I like to go. Like I said, I don't like doing a whole bunch of makeup. I like to go and I like to accomplish goals, and I like to have a destination. I know what I'm doing. Let's go. And Jeff, my husband's sweet. He's always saying it's about the journey. And I hate the journey. I like the group, but I hate the journey. I hate the process. I just want to get from point A to point B. And I want to learn all the lessons. These are the little whiny Teresa that comes out all the time. And he's right, though, that if you knew everything, if you knew where you were going to go, if you knew where you're going to end up, you probably wouldn't have the confidence to go through it. Whereas living life day by day, step by step, going each step through a crochet process, I'm learning skills that will help me in the next day, will help me in the next project. So I am learning to take some chances. To who do you think about? Who do you trust? Who do you have faith in? Who do you believe? And do you really live out that? So if I say I like Anya and I say I trust her, then I got to back it up by following her through this process. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to apply that in my faith and in all areas of my life. So that's my little Teresa life talk there. Okay, that brings me to the new thing that I'm about to do. Okay, so I'm going to make this quick because this has been a long video, and there is a tutorial coming out. Okay, there, I've said it. I have made it official because I have I've talked myself out of it a bazillion times. All right, so I believe you all know, let's see, I got it over here. Hang on. If you watched any of my videos, you know I love making these kitchen towel toppers for your kitchen towel. Well, one of the things that I don't like is that it frays. I don't know if you can see them or not, but it's parts of the top of the towel. Here's one that I cut to do. And it's pieces just frayed coming out. And yeah, I could tuck it back in there. And I know no one's going to look at it, but it bothered me. It's just something I was like, okay, well maybe I'm doing it wrong. So I watched the videos again. I tried to follow exactly, and it still happened. I bought more expensive towels. It still happened. So then I went and said, okay, well, what about not cutting it? And I just doubled over my towel. So this is the one towel. I just folded it over and then poked my holes through and then crocheted, followed the directions the rest of the way. And that was fine. It's a little heavy, but it's okay. That did work. But I found going through two, it was harder. I mean, it is heavier. It weighs it down more. See, it pulls more on the yarn. So I was like, okay, what do I want to do? So I was looking on Pinterest, as you do, and I saw all of these kitchen towel holders. It looks just like this, but here it had a plastic ring that they had sewed around. Not sewed around, but crocheted around it. And I just looked at them, was, going through. I didn't look at how to make them. I just was like, I don't know. And I was, sitting around on an afternoon with nothing to do. And as you do, you look around the house, and I was like, I don't have any plastic rings, but I do have plenty of ponytail holders. So I took a ponytail holder and I made me some paper towel holders. And I keep calling them paper towel holders. I don't know why. They're kitchen towel holders. So this is exactly the same. The top is exactly the same. You're just going to put that around your the bar in your kitchen, on your stove or whatever. And then it's a ponytail, so it can hold any, I'll show you, any towel. So you just take it, you poke it through the hole there. And so I made these, and then you could just take your towel out when you're ready to wash it, throw it in the washer. And I just was like, well, that works. There's no cutting involved. Also, I can make a bunch of these and give them out different colors so people can coordinate them with their own towels. And I don't have to also buy the towels, even though, I didn't mind that process. I liked it. And so I was like, well, that's great. So like I said, I did not look at anyone else's. Someone else might have already done this. I'm sure they did. But I thought I would share with you how I made this. It only took me about 20 minutes in case you want to make one or a whole bunch for yourself. And I'll say this, that this is the first thing, I've made cowls and hats and scarves and blankets and all that kind of stuff. And I give them to all of our adult grown-up children all the time. And this is the first thing, though, that my daughter-in-law asked me, would I make her one? She saw them, and I said, oh, I'm making these for Mother's Day gifts. And she's like, oh, you make me one. And so that tickled me because, you know, I'm an old grandmother, so just to have someone younger who's a young mom and just to want something that I made tickled me. So it made me feel like, oh, maybe these are more modern, and so I'm getting somewhere. So she got to pick the color, and then I made her one. So I thought I would share. Yes, there's probably a bazillion. I don't search. I'm just doing what I do. So if it's already out there, I'm not taking credit for coming up with it. I'm just showing you what I did and how I did it. Ooh, does that make sense? Okay, I think I have waffled on enough today about all of that. It feels so good to be back. I really enjoy doing this. I hope that comes across. I want to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I've got so many more subscribers, and that just excites me. I'm excited to share with you what I'm doing and share my projects and my ideas and my tips and to get them back from you. So please leave a comment below. I would love to know how you found my channel, who sent you here, what you searched for, what video brought you here. And if you'd like to tell me more about yourself, if you have a channel, please share. I'm always looking to grow and to learn new things from others. So I think that's what this is all about. YouTube is all about sharing and helping each other. So I hope you found this entertaining or helpful, and I will see you next time for the tutorial, hopefully. Bye.